Hey there guys, welcome back. We are now in the studio. I got some kind of works in progress going on, so I thought I'd just put those out and show you what's kind of happening. Anyway, in this video I'd like to talk about you can't do that. I'm talking to you. No, seriously, you can't do that. If you're new to this channel, my name is Martin Harman, and I'm a British artist based in the UK, and this channel is about sharing all my passion for all things art at Harman Art TV. So thank you for tuning in. You know, being a creative person, making ceramic sculpture, you know, whether that's ceramic sculpture or paintings, you know, or writing or anything creative, I feel, you know, in the past I've experienced people saying, you know, you can't do that, or, you know, or people judging you. You know, I think as a creative, you know, whether you're a creative person watching or someone just, you know, going about their life journey and trying to do something different, you know, in their lives, you know, it's difficult when you come up when you come up against people who say to you, you know what, you can't do this, you know, you can't do that, you're not, I don't know, you're not good enough, or what do you think you're doing, this is silly, this is stupid. And I just thought I'd just make a video to share my experience, because this has happened, you know, a couple of times in my life, and you know, it's pretty disheartening, it's pretty demotivational. If I can share my experience and then share you what I've learned from it to try and overcome this, to try and keep myself motivated and focused, you know, maybe that can help you in some way if you have also experienced a similar situation where other people said, you know what, you can't do this. So anyway, yeah, let's get right to it. You know, so firstly, you know, why do people say that? I don't know, and maybe I wish I'd kind of asked at the time, but you know, I think at the time it just kind of knocked me back and kind of put me into a kind of shell. But why do people do that? Maybe because they just don't understand what you're doing, they don't understand your journey, and maybe because what you're doing is different, people find it uncomfortable. You know, so as an artist myself, you know, I feel this journey is really, it can be quite isolating. You know, even though we're in the middle of a pandemic, you know, I still can sometimes feel quite isolated because I'm just working from my studio, creating my artworks, creating these videos. You know, it can be quite a lonely journey, and you know, and I think from my past experience, from my experience so far, I realise I have to motivate myself. I have to really, because I'm responsible for my own actions, and it doesn't matter what the outside world is doing. I have to, you know, keep myself in check. I have to keep myself organized and moving forward. And you know, and I think so when people say, you know, you can't do that, yeah, it does kind of, it did hit me back a bit, you know, and it did make me kind of doubt myself and my abilities, and yeah, put me down a bit. And I think it's fine, you know, because I think there's plenty of people that won't understand what you're doing and why you're doing this. But I think as a creative person, I think, you know, we all know deep down inside why we're doing this. But that is interesting because, you know, when something like that happens, you know, I don't really know who I can talk to about it, because sometimes you're just feeling like you're kind of alone, and you're just a kind of doing this all by yourself, which in some sense you are, because yeah, there's no one close to me that can just hop over, knock on their door and say, you know what, I experienced this, I had this experience, and you know, what do you think? Because you're also in a similar position, doing something different. And but yeah, I mean, you know, so I guess that's the power of the internet, doing videos like this, is because, you know, we can all kind of, you know, I can connect to you, and you might be a person also doing something similar, you know, trying to do their own thing, and, you know, living their life in a way that is quite different to the kind of mainstream side of things. I think that's why, for me, you know, people saying those things, or, you know, people doubting me, or, you know, and sometimes that happens to my partners, my wife as well, because she does her own thing, and I just feel, you know, it's, you know, it's difficult because we are working by ourselves, and sometimes those voices can just linger in the back of your mind, and it's like sometimes I feel it's like some kind of psychological warfare going on, you know. So, you know, so having gone through that experience, I realised how, you know, yeah, how difficult it is. And, you know, because I think as a person, I myself, I just want to, you know, wake up first thing in the morning and have that concentration, focus, that dedication. And it's not nice when you have those kind of voices in the back of your head, those kind of memories playing out. And sometimes, you know, sometimes that still affects me. You know, sometimes I find it difficult to erase those things that have happened. So yeah, I mean, it is difficult. Yeah, especially when you feel like sometimes when you might feel like, oh, you're the only person, but it's interesting. As before I did this video, I was doing some research, and there are quite a few people that seem to have the same situation, where people have told them, you can't do that, you know, what do you think you're doing, that's not going to work. And, you know, it's quite motivational, it's quite interesting, you know, listening to their conversation. So I'd also recommend just, you know, typing that in on Google or YouTube, and to listen to other people's opinion as well, because that might, you know, give you some motivation and inspiration, to help you relate to that experience and think about it, and make you realise that, you know what, you're not the only person who has gone through that experience. So from this experience, what have I done to try and improve myself from this experience, you know, to keep moving forward, to keep myself focused, or at least try to keep myself focused from those voices. So firstly, I make sure I have a weekly schedule of all the things that I need to get done. And I find this can keep me on track, because that can keep me focused. If I have a diary, because basically I use a diary, and usually the evening before the next day, or first thing in the morning when I wake up, I'll write in my diary, usually the evening, because it's better that way, but then sometimes in the morning I kind of reflect on it. But anyway, the whole point is for me to have a diary, and I can write down a list of things that I want to get done, say, you know, during the day, so I can then tick through that list and get the important things done and out of the way that I want to do. Yeah, and that gives me that structure, gives me that kind of not in that self-discipline to keep going no matter what's happening outside, and no matter what other people are saying, but it also gives me the focus to keep moving forward, to analyze, okay, what is important, and what do I need to work on, first, and what should I get accomplished during that day. So so for me, having a diary and writing those things down, I think really helps to improve upon that experience and that situation, because it stops me from focusing too much on those kind of things and keeps me just focused and clear-minded. So that helps. And another thing that I do to try and improve is to just focus on being myself and putting out work that I enjoy creating, because I realise if I don't enjoy creating it, how am I going to be persistent? How am I going to keep creating if I don't enjoy the process, if I don't enjoy the act of creation? So again, focusing on myself, or focusing on being myself and putting work out there that I enjoy, helps me to keep that focus and to get rid of those, or to maybe not get rid of those, but to at least keep myself focused and stop myself from getting distracted from those external things. So what advice can I bring to other creatives in a similar position who have had this kind of experience? But just bear in mind, this is all coming from my own personal experience, and you are totally different and have your own unique lifestyle and life experience. So just take it with a grain of salt, I guess. I think the first thing is, I'd say, take the criticism, but ask for constructive feedback as to why you can't do something, or how could you improve. And another thing is probably, do some exercise, as this will give you time to reflect and the focus to be persistent. And I'm just saying this from experience, because I've been trying to, do some more exercise again recently, just by doing some running first thing in the morning. And I feel, it's hard. I wouldn't say doing exercise is always fun, but I think doing exercise for me first thing in the morning, it just gives me that focus and that determination, because it's hard, because it's not easy. After I complete that exercise, I feel that I've accomplished something. I feel that this exercise was physically hard, it was uncomfortable, but I persevered and I accomplished what I set out to do. And I think that for me is quite powerful, because it gives me that kind of, it kind of installs that idea in my mind that if I focus and put my attention on something, I can achieve that thing. So I think exercise for me helps me to put my mind in that condition. I heard someone else from another YouTube video say that it's good to understand why you are on this mission. Why are you doing this? What is your purpose? And why are you making art, or why are you being creative? Why are you doing the thing that you're doing? And I think that got me thinking, because it made me realize that why am I doing this? And I think, well, yeah, I'm doing this because firstly, I enjoy it. Secondly, I want to express my ideas, my life experiences. Thirdly, I want to put something new into the world. Fourth, the fourth reason, I want to realize my potential. I don't like limiting myself. And then five, I want to pass on my passion and my love for the creative journey to other people, so that they can also relate to it. And finally, I just want to, I want to be the creator of my own reality. So that's my purpose. That's why I do it. And I think, after listening to that video, listening to that other YouTuber, got me thinking about that again and reanalyzing, why am I doing this? Why am I on this journey? And I think after listening to that, made me realise that, that just gives me that extra kind of focus. And then lastly, probably just take every bit of advice, even my own advice, openly, because not everything will be right for you, and because we're all different. So maybe I shouldn't really even call this section advice. Just, that's the only kind of subtitle I could kind of think of, but, because it's all coming from my personal experience, but I'm just using my personal experience to share this with you, and hopefully really it can help you in some way. So anyway, that's the wrap for this video. I really hope that experience, this video of me sharing my experience can hopefully relate to you in some way and make you realize that you're not alone on this journey, and other people have gone through similar experiences, and but even though I'm not perfect, I go through days where I have a lot of self-doubt, and I think, why am I doing this? But then after really analysing myself, analysing my mission, I realise I understand, this is why I do this. This is the life that I've chosen, and I have responsibility to live up to that expectation, and to keep moving forward with it, and to keep myself focused, and this is why I do it, for those reasons. And it doesn't, and getting a bit emotional. But anyway, lots of years. But anyway, I really hope you've liked this video, and that it's got you thinking, and that you can relate to it. Feel free to leave a comment below, maybe sharing your similar experience. So we can all kind of connect, and share our experiences. Because obviously I'm not alone, after doing my research beforehand. But anyway, if you've liked this video, feel free to like it, and you're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel at Harman Art TV, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification to be notified about future videos, and and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep focused. So anyway, see you next time. Bye bye.